I hope you all are doing well. As you know, I am your English teacher and today I will be covering another interesting topic of English grammar, and that is determiners. Now, what are determiners? Okay, let's read it, and I am reading this definition for you, and through this you will come to know that what exactly determiners are. Now, determiners are used before noun to indicate the group of things or people under discussion. Now, so you can see that determiners are the word which shows that a noun is coming and which indicates the noun is coming in the sentence. Now, for example, a, the, my, this, some, many, etc. So all these are determiners. So these are the words which you usually use in the sentence, like he is a good boy. Now you can see that I have used a word a, which is already given here. So that word is determiner. And he is a good boy. That boy is a noun. And a indicates that the noun is coming in the sentence. Okay. Now let's focus on kinds of determiner. So we have 9 types of determiner. The first one is demonstrative, second one is predeterminer, third one is article, fourth one is possessive determiner, fifth one is cardinal, and the sixth one is ordinal. Seventh one is quantifier, and the eighth one is distributor. Ninth one is interrogative. You must be familiar with these words because you may have read these words in your previous classes or in your previous chapter. For example, this demonstrative word and this possessive words belongs to pronoun also. Okay? And the meaning that they were conveying in the chapter pronouns, the same meaning they are conveying here also in determiners. Okay? So now let's read what are demonstrative, what are predeterminers, what are possessive determiners. Okay? Now let's read. Now articles. A, N and the are articles, and you know whenever there is a consonant sound you will have to use A. If there is vowel sound coming, so you will have to use N, and whenever we are talking about particular thing or a person, so we will use the. Okay, for example, he is an honest man. So here honest indicate the vowel sound, and that's why we have used an here. Okay, now predeterminers. Predeterminers are used just before determiners. Okay, for example, all of, half and etc. One of its example is all of the girls join the race. Here all is predetermined. Demonstrative. Demonstrative determiners are the words which is used to pointing out something. For example, that is a book, this is a board, that is your pen, and so on. Now let's talk about ordinals. So ordinals are the word like first, second, third, last and next. For example, he is the first person who took admission in the school. Okay, so the word first indicate that it is a determiner and it is ordinal determiner. Now next is cardinal. 1, 2, 3 and so on are the words which is used for cardinal determiners. For example, one student will come. Okay, 2 students will come. So in this sentence I have used the word 1 and 2 and these are cardinal determiners. Now let's talk about distributive. Distributive means whenever we are distributing each other or particular individual. For example, each and everyone. Now everyone has to come. So this is distributive determiners. Some other words are also used as distributive determiners such as each, everyone, anyone, okay, no one. So these are distributive determiners. Now let's talk about interrogative determiner. Interrogative word indicates questioning. Okay, so whenever you are asking question, so that is interrogative determiner. For example, what, whose, who. And the example of this is what is your name? What are you reading? Okay, so this word indicate this word indicates that you are talking about determiner, which is interrogative. Now let's talk about quantifier. Quantifier indicates quantity. Okay, whether the product is in less quantity or it is in high quantity or maximum quantity. So that indicates quantifier. Now much, many, some, few, little, all these words are quantifiers. For example, few, a few, the few. Now let's talk about few. So few is a very confusing topic for all of us. Now let me clear it to you. First of all, I just want to tell you that few is a word which is used for countable nouns. Now what is countable noun? The noun that you can count. That can be in a number, like books, okay? So you can count the books, you can count persons, people, okay? But the thing that you cannot count and you need a measuring unit for that. For example, milk, so that is uncountable noun. Water, that is uncountable noun, and you need measuring unit for that. For example, liter. Okay. Now let's talk about where you will have to use few, a few, and the few. So few is used whenever there is something in a very less number. So you will have to use few. If the number of that thing is, more than that, more than few. Okay, so you will use a few. For example, if you have two friends and you need to do a work in which the two persons are required. So you can use, I have a few friends that can solve my problem. Okay, and if you have a problem and that required 3 friends but you have 2 only and that is not sufficient. So you will use few. I have few friends and that cannot complete that work because I need 3 people. Now the few is neither negative nor positive. So it is used whenever you have some friends and the left friends that you have. Okay, the thing that you have. Okay, the leftover things. So the thing which is left, there you will use the few. Okay. For example, the few pens I have given that. Okay. So this is the example of the few. I hope it is clear to you and you have enjoyed the class. Thank you so much for joining.